because I keep finding these articles online, then you like these videos that I make, and I'm gonna have to keep making these videos, so please stop liking. Do not leave a like, do not leave a comment, no engagement whatsoever, do not subscribe, don't share it, and absolutely... You had one job. One job. No likes, no comments. I can already imagine your sticky little fingers right there. Babe, Metatron posted again. First, for the algorithm. Here we are. Alright, okay, you did this. You did this. It's on you. Here we are, back with ridiculous articles. Alright, not to mention, when I make these videos and then I find these articles and I point out, oh, this is actually not historically correct, then you tell me, oh, Metatron, but you're being so pedantic, this is so pedantic. Okay, today we're gonna have a different day. Today's gonna be great. What we're gonna do today is, I won't be pedantic, okay? If it's a little thing, hypothetical period first grade, if it's a little thing, I will not correct it. I'll let it go. Gotta be small. Let it go. We're not going to all of those crazy, strange article websites. No, today we are on medievalexpert.com. Medieval expert. You know, maybe today's a different day. It's going to be a great article. Top 15 greatest medieval movies of all time. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? What's the... Alright, from old school classics like Joan of Arc to modern day hits like The Green Knight, we have rounded up the best medieval movies that you need to watch. Grab some popcorn and settle in for the top 15 greatest medieval movies. 15, The Messenger, Joan of Arc, 1999. 14, You're gonna kill me. You're gonna kill me. That's what's gonna happen. You're gonna kill me. Gladiator. Gladiator. Medieval movie. Gladiator. Maybe I'm misunderstanding something. Let me Google definition of expert. Expert definition. Dictionary. Oxford Languages. A person who is very knowledgeable about or skillful in a particular area. How is this medieval expert? Who wrote this? I need to know this. Who wrote this? I'm going to scroll all the way down. Dear Joanna White. A professional medievalist writer. Gladiator. Miss Joanna White, this is nothing personal, okay? I would gladly like to inform you the Gladiator is set in ancient Rome. And ancient Rome happened before the most iconic medieval movie ever made is Gladiator, starring Russell Crowe as Maximus, the typical medieval name, a former general seeking revenge against a corrupt emperor who killed his family. You can't get more medieval than that. The movie was a huge box office success and is widely considered one of the greatest films ever made. By who? Gladiator won 5 Oscars, including Best Picture, and Best Medieval Movie, I suppose, was not one of those, and has received over 1.5 million votes on wherever. It remains a must-watch for any fan of medieval movie fan. Of any fan of medieval movie fan? Do what? I think your English broke a little bit there. And so did my brain. Oh, my Metatron, don't you know that this is AI? These articles are written by AI. AI is not human, it's AI. You don't even know. Well, listen. If you're right, that's good news. Because if this is how Skynet writes articles, then this is what Terminator is gonna look like. Not a problem. Nothing to worry about. That's good news. I'm afraid of going down the line. You did this. You. This is on you. No engagement. No comments. Nothing. Ignore this one. No average watch time. Just don't watch it. Number 13, Shrek. I mean, after Gladiator, to be honest, this one doesn't... Yeah, typical green skin from the medieval period. 12, The Lion in Winter. I haven't watched this one. 11, Joanna, I think you and I need to talk again. Do you remember when I said it was nothing personal? I lied. This is personal. Have a seat, a little crash course on European history. You have classical antiquity, that's here. Medieval period, that's here. Okay. There is no doubt a mega hit directed by Wolfgang Petersen based on the classic, you say it yourself, classic, tale of the Greeks led by Agamemnon and the mighty Achilles. Yeah, full stop for some reasons, period. That's the end of the sentence. Achilles, typical medieval knight. I mean, Achilles, yeah. All these medieval knights worshipping Zeus. That's all they did, morning to evening. King of Sparta, exactly, King of Sparta. Troy is easily a top pick for one of the greatest medieval movies ever. I can't do this. I can't do this. Bye. Now, I really hope that this video is not information overload and it feels like a good way to spend your time, but to give you an alternative way to spend your time, well, it is investing it in good skills that you can use for your future, and that connects beautifully to the dear sponsor that made this video possible, boot.dev. Boot.dev is a platform that uses tactics learned from modern gaming design to push students towards the goal of becoming a programmer. And their goal is not only to teach you in the most thorough way possible, but also to do it while having fun, introducing you to program languages such as Go and Python, forging a programming career by teaching you how to code. Now, the reason why becoming a programmer is a great career choice is because, first of all, there's a great chance of you being able to work from home, which is something I do, and I've been doing for the last, 10 years? But apart from that, there is also the remunerative aspect. And according to Stack Overflow, the median salary for programmers in 2023 is $100,000 in the US. Now, I have been checking their Python course, and to be honest, as a former teacher and someone who has been working with students of all kinds and of all sorts at school, I really like their system. They make it look and feel like a game. It's entertaining, very reminiscent of an RPG, if you will, with experience points, levels, and even a certain amount of competitiveness if you're into that. Honestly, in our day and age, with our society becoming more and more competitive, I think learning a valuable, but most importantly, applicable skill, finding the right career path is paramount, and having a website that can help you achieve just that while having fun is fantastic. And if you're considering back-end development, then you should totally check the link in the description. So click the link in the description box and use my code Metatron for the 25% off your first payment at boot.dev. That's 25% off your first month or year, depending on your subscription choice. And massive thanks to boot.dev for sponsoring my video. Ibuprofen, check. Paracetamol, check. Honey?
Yeah.
What's the word in American English to say paracetamol?
Acetaminophen.
Acid what?
Acetaminophen?
Yeah, that one. Let's hope I never need it. Oh, because I'm gonna have a headache. A headache so big today that my head is going to literally explode. And it's gonna be on you. What episode is this? Episode 7? 15? I'm gonna keep doing this until I'm dead. It's gonna happen soon. I'm gonna have a heart attack. Kingdom of Heaven, Valhalla Rising. Yeah, not even gonna comment. Mulan, Rise of Warriors, Robin Hood. Yeah, Robin Hood's fine. Robin of Locksley. Yeah, you got that one right. Robin of Locksley, the King. Yep. Green Knight. The Last Duel. I gotta read this one with that helmet. How are you an expert, medieval expert, and you say The Last Duel was great? One of the newest addition to the list of greatest medieval movies ever made. No, mate, I think any movie made in the 1960s onward is better than that. Better costumes. Much better. The Northman. Oh, we also have some questions at the end of this. What are some of the coolest things about the Middle Ages? The Middle Ages saw the rise of powerful empires like the Kingdom of France. Conclusion. The medieval era has always been fascinating to people, and it is no surprise that countless movies have been made in this genre. Exactly, which is why I'm asking, Joanne, why didn't you pick from the countless movies set in the medieval period instead of, can't believe, Gladiator? Why are you doing this to me? Why are you, Joanna, doing this to me? Did she make any other article by chance? Oh my gosh, that's Knight Errant. Oh, he's gonna get pissed. That's Knight Errant right there. I gotta click it. 5 best medieval armor of all time. Still written by the same person, so I suppose we're gonna see Lorica Segmentata, number 3. In medieval times, armor played a crucial role in protecting warriors on the battlefield, correct. It evolved over centuries, adapting to new weaponry and combat techniques. In this article, we will explore the 5 best medieval armor types of all time. Great. Highlighting their effectiveness and historical significance, I wanna see that. Plate armor, that's Arm Street, isn't it? Plate armor, also known as full plate or harness, is considered one of the most effective and iconic types of medieval armor. It consisted of interlocking metal plates that covered the entire body, offering superior protection against weapons such as swords, arrows, and blunt force. Plate armor provided excellent defense while allowing freedom of movement through articulated joints. Maybe she knows a thing or two about armor. She's just a little confused with time periods. This armor was predominantly used in the Stone Age. I'm joking. She didn't write that. I'm joking. That would have been great. The armor was predominantly used by knights and elite warriors due to its high cost and the need for skilled craftsmen created. Well, that actually is a little... Allow me to be a little pedantic after everything we have been through today. Plate armor in general was not just used by knights, but it was used by men-at-arms who fought in the manner of the knight, which is most of the time the majority of what we see in iconography are not knighted people in the sense of having a title and nobility, like mounted nobility, but in reality they're men-at-arms. But also archers could wear plate armor, at least some elements. Billman could have a breastplate, armor was used and it was made. Off-the-shelf cheap armor existed in the medieval period as well. The only way this would work, this sentence, is by changing this armor, so plate armor in general, to high-quality, top-notch plate armor. Then yes. Chainmail. Of course she's going to call it chainmail. Chainmail made of interlocking metal wings was a popular armor choice during the medieval period. And before, of course, because chainmail predates, possibly invented by the Gauls. It offered good protection against slashing attacks and provided flexibility and freedom of movement. Chainmail was relatively lightweight compared to plate armor, and making it more accessible to a wider range of warriors, including foot soldiers. Well, that is incorrect. First, as we said, a lot of foot soldiers did have access and used plate armor over the centuries, but also mail isn't inherently lighter than plate, in the sense that in fact in my full set of plate armor, the single heaviest component is my mail shirt that goes underneath. The whole suit of plate armor put together will weigh more than a full suit of mail, but still, mail isn't light. In comparison to plate, a breastplate is lighter than a hauberk, for example, so kind of depends. Gambeson. Gambeson, also known as a padded jack or arming doublet, they are different things. Great Helm. Knight Errant. Hi, how you doing? You happy to be on this? I'm sure you are, with all this great information. The helmet was a vital component of medieval armor, protecting the head from direct strikes and projectile impacts, and indirect strikes. It came in various forms, such as the Great Helm, bassinets, and sallet. Fantastic. These helmets were typically made of metal and featured visors or faceplates for additional protection. Helmets not only safeguarded the skull, but also played a crucial role in deflecting blows and reducing the risk of severe head injuries. Okay, so this is well written. Thank you, Miss White. So at least the helmet part, she knows how it works. Kite shield. Isn't that Thrand? And it looks like Thrand. If that's not Thrand, from Thane Thrand channel, we've just found his twin. Maybe I should call him. Apparently it's not him. Do I believe it though? It's his twin. Shields were an essential defensive tool used in conjunction with other armor pieces. They were typically made of wood, reinforced with metal rims and bosses. Actually, the metal reinforcement isn't that common. Depends on the type. Like heater shields did not actually come with metal rims, even though they... Maybe there is like one exception in iconography, but in the majority of cases, I want to say most of the time, they don't. Even the one in the picture looks like leather, to be honest, but whatever. Rawhide. Shields offered protection against projectiles, melee attacks, and provided a means to defend or block incoming blows. Okay, at the end we have a little list, and plate armor is number 1 in effectiveness with 5 stars, chainmail 4 stars. What I don't seem to understand much is how helmet has 4 stars. I mean, you wrote the helmet section quite nicely. Good luck wearing a full suit of armor. yet nothing on your head, and surviving the odds of the battlefield. So honestly, if you really want to put it as a separate entity, I would put the helmet at the top, since it would have been the most likely thing, or the first thing that someone would buy if they had a little bit of money. Wait, I found another article. While we're at it, 10 best medieval weapons of all time. Look at the picture. Look at... I need to retire. I need to quit. Like MatPat. That's what I should do. Just quit it. Do something easier, like nuclear physicist, theoretical physicist, molecular scientist, quantum theory. In the medieval era, warfare was a prominent aspect of life, and warriors relied on a variety of weapons to gain an advantage on the battlefield. These weapons were crafted with precision and skill, designed to be effective in close-quarter combat. In this article, we will explore the top 10 best medieval weapons of all time, highlighting their features and significance in historical warfare. Now, considering the last two articles, I'm not so confident about the quality of the research here, but number one, we've got longbow. Interestingly enough, that in the picture we do not see a longbow, also because it has the little grip that medieval longbows did not have. Looks more like a target practice bow from the Victorian era, but here we are. The longbow was a powerful and versatile weapon that played a significant role in medieval warfare. Its simplicity and effectiveness made it a favorite among archers. Well, yeah, I mean, archers love that shit. I mean, you can take anything from an archer, just don't touch their bow. Anything. Not the bow. They loved it. Crossbowmen? Not so much. The longbow's long-range capabilities and accuracy allowed archers to rain down volleys of arrows on their enemies from a safe distance, making it a formidable weapon on the battlefield. Splendid. Sword. The sword is one of the most iconic medieval weapons. Its versatility, so everything is versatile apparently, because the longbow was versatile, this is versatile, swords are versatile, and I want to see if she says the poleaxes are not versatile, then you know. Close combat effectiveness made it a weapon of choice for knights and warriors. Swords came in various forms. Great. Poleaxe. Is it versatile? The poleaxe, also known as the poleaxe or polearm, was a combination weapon that features a long shaft with an axe head and a spike. It was designed to be versatile. Splendid. I mean, if there's one thing all medieval weapons had, it was versatile. It's great. Number 4, mace. That is not a mace. I mean, it would help if the picture represented, again, not trying to be pedantic here, but it would be nice if the picture represented the item of discussion. It's called a visual aid, you know, and it's supposed to aid. Besides, you know, the medieval expert, you would expect that they know what this is, and I know that the writer of this article actually knows what this is. You know how I know it? Because if you scroll down and you go to weapon number, where the heck is it, 9, we have a flail. And will you look at that? That is a flail. So what happened to the mace, which is not supposed to have the chain? But yeah, that's the second chain, Joanna, that you put where it's not supposed to be. First you did chain mail, now you have a chain mace. What's next one gonna be? The mace was a blunt weapon with a heavy head, often made of iron or steel, or bronze, or brass. Click link in the description, I suppose. You owe me. You owe me. Go check these videos, because this is you. You did this to me. Crushing armor and bones. Crushing armor kind of depends. The mace's effectiveness lay in its ability to bypass armor, and it could deliver concussive force through their impact. It's not versatile? Okay, so the one thing I learned from this article, bows, arrows, daggers, everything is versatile, but the mace, it's good, crushes armor, but skulls, but not versatile. Crossbow. The crossbow was a ranged weapon that provided an alternative to the longbow. It had a mechanical design that allowed for easier use and more power. Easier use is absolutely true. You could train a crossbowman in a couple of weeks. You needed years for a longbowman, but more power? It kind of depends, because I mean the Mary Rose bows, which you should have showed instead of that larper up there, you know, they were pretty powerful right there, so it kind of depends on the crossbow. Crossbows were highly accurate and could pierce armor with their bolts. Once again, Depends on the armor. You should know, since you said plate armor is so good in the previous article, something happened here, because it's not that simple. It depends on the type of armor. If it's been made of heat-treated carbon steel, you know, there are a lot of factors. Just saying, oh, crossbows could just penetrate armor. If that were the case, they would have stopped wearing armor on a battlefield against crossbowmen, but sometimes it did, sometimes it didn't. Depends. Is it a brigandine? Is it? They were particularly effective in sieges and defensive battles, as they could be shot from behind cover, or on normal field battles as well, because I mean, Genoese crossbowmen would bring the massive pavese shields with them. Therefore, you could absolutely use crossbows behind cover on an offensive battle as well. The one thing that is great about the crossbow is that dagger. The dagger was a short-bladed weapon used for close-quarter combat or as a backup weapon. So is the sword, backup weapon. It was lightweight and easy to conceal, making it a valuable tool for surprise attacks. Why would you conceal a dagger? Since we're talking battlefield here, right? Why would you need to conceal the dagger? It's not like anyone is thinking, oh yeah, he's an enemy knight, but I mean, I don't really see a dagger on him, so probably here just to have a talk. Warhammer. The Warhammer was a blunt weapon with a hammerhead on one side and a spike on the other. Well, not all had spikes, but yeah. Designed to puncture armor. Warhammer's combination of blunt force. Okay. The flail was a unique weapon consisting of a spiked ball attached to a handle by a chain or rope. It required skill and coordination to wield effectively. The flail's swinging motion allowed the user to generate great force and strike from unexpected angles, making it difficult for opponents to defend against. My voice is starting to crack up. Its unpredictability and ability to bypass defenses made it a formidable weapon. There we go. She really likes the adjective formidable. You know, I would strongly suggest you, when you write these, to use a thesaurus. You know, synonymous, same way, same different word, you know, that kind of stuff. But in general, if it was a formidable weapon, it would have been very common, because that's how things, you know, that's how warfare happens in the military history. If something works, people will use it. Now, they were very rare, only occasionally found in iconography, which kind of tells us it was an exotic weapon. Most likely, it wasn't used that much, if ever, on a battlefield, and that's that. Battle axe, oh my gods. Zeus, Athena, medieval gods, help me please. What on earth is that? The battle axe was a heavy weapon with a large sharp blade mounted on a sturdy handle. It was designed for close combat and could deliver devastating blows in Conan Exile. That's what that one belongs to. Conan Exiles. Guess what adjective she used? The battle axe's weight and chopping power made it a formidable weapon against both armored and unarmored opponents. Yeah. Its versatility, oh my gosh. It's like a challenge. Write 16 articles using 3 adjectives. Oh my gosh. This was very painful. I hope you're satisfied. You had a great time. You laughed your head off. If you do not want my head to explode, it's easy. Stop watching. Don't click. Don't do anything. Or I'll have to make another episode. You muppet. Alright, Noble Ones, thank you so much for watching. If you're not yet a member of this community, become a Noble One. Subscribe to my channel for more content from the Metatron. Don't forget to check the link in the description to take advantage of the amazing offer. I can't even speak anymore. The amazing offer the Boot has for you. Thank you very much for watching, and remember, the Metatron has spread his wings. Bye.